Welcome to another edition of Gunpla Breakdown. This video will feature the review of the Real Grade Crossbone X1, the 31st Real Grade kit in the regular release lineup. This kit is one of the smaller Real Grades, so expect small pieces. The inner frame has to be mostly assembled, and the B-Runner only holds the frame for the body and the core fighter. For the kit difficulty, I rated a 3 for intermediate. There are a decent amount of small parts as well as stickers, and they can get lost very easily. And if you have big hands, be careful. Now on to the review. First thing to be graded is the appearance. Now it's very detailed for such a small kit. If you had taken a look at my unboxing video, you would have seen that even the inner frame looks pretty good. The kit is mostly undergated, especially for like the white and armored parts. So it looks really clean out of box. It almost puts you in the mind of an action figure when you're looking at it. It doesn't look like a model kit. It really doesn't. With that being said, there is no real color separation on the white. Now, they give you two different runners for the white. The manual says there's color separation, but I don't see it. All the white looks white to me, unless it's like mildly different. So it's not really much in the color separation department. What you see is what you get. The orange is a little too deep for me. I feel like it could have been brightened a little bit, but I mean, these are minor gripes. But the chest sticker, which is a very important part of the kit, I believe, needs to be trimmed in order for it to look correct, because if you try to put it up there without trimming it, it's going to the clear parts are going to buckle and you're going to be able to see it, and it's not attractive. So with all that being said, in the appearance department, which is the design and colors, I give this kit a 4.5. Now we're moving on to the accessories. They give you two sets of eyes, one that's a regular set of eyes, and then you get one with the eye patch on it. The eye patch covers the right eye. You get two beam sabers. You get two brand markers. You get the beam shield, and what you do is you take one of the brand markers and you take the tip off of it. That way you can put the shield into the other part, like so. And that fits into the back of the arm. You get your beam zamber. You get your buster gun. And what you can do with these two, you can combine the two as so to create the Zambuster. You get your anti-beam cloak. You get two scissor anchors, and what you do is you take the front skirt off one of the front skirts off, and you flip these pieces like so. You take one of these bad boys, and you just put the skirt armor in like that, and then you attach it into this peg. You could do that with both of them. You get two heat daggers. You get your core fighter. And you get 4 sets of hands. Have the open hands on him. You get a pair of fists, a pair of holding hands, and a pair of angled holding hands. You don't get any real great hands this time around. Yet again, I really do think they discontinued doing the real great hands, which could be a good thing for some people. You know, I thought they were kind of flimsy at times. But to each their own. With that being said, listing off all the accessories, I think I'm going to give it a 5. They give you a good amount of accessories to use. There's a lot of things you can do. Now it's time to grade the kit on the articulation. I've separated this into the main mobile suit, the core fighter, and the cloak. First up, mobile suit. Head has great range of movement. As you can see, no hindrance anywhere. Can move up and down. Cockpit opens. You've got a nice little ab stretch there and a decent ab crunch. Arms are double jointed. It can come out to the side. Let me put him down right quick. The holding hands have a movable wrist joint right there, which might become a mainstay on the Real Grade line. The forearms also turn as well. Move it for you. As you can see, that turns, as well as the upper arm. Shoulders can move out. Got about this much waist movement, which is pretty good. Skirt armor on ball joints. The front ones are on pegs, and they aren't a hindrance when posing because they're on pegs. Legs can go about that far, and they rotate on the upper leg. There is a mechanism on the waist that allows you to pull the waist down a little bit so you can have more movement with the legs. This especially helps when you're trying to put them in a crouching pose. The legs are double jointed. Knees slide up when you're bending the legs. There's a little bit of articulation on these right here, the little fins for the ankle guards. Feet move side to side, up and down, and it pivots right here around the base of the foot. And that's about it for the main body. The core fighter, each arm is on a ball joint. They can move independently of each other. The cockpit folds right here to go inside the mobile suit. These move up to go inside the shoulder. That's how it looks. The thrusters are movable, which is also pretty cool. And it also can move side to side right here at the base. And the cloak moves on ball joints. It's 4 different pieces, 4 different ball joints. And that's about it. So in articulation, I'm going to give this kit a 5. I really like the poses this thing can pull off, and it's pretty fun to play with. Last but not least, we're grading the stability. Now the joints are tight with no sign of droopage. You can pull off a great amount of poses and hold them. Also, the skirt armor doesn't hinder the leg movement, which is always good. It's lightweight, so standing is easy, as you can see. It holds weapons thanks to these pegs in the hands, as you can see right there. There's 2 different size pegs. This one right here for the angle holding hands is smaller than the regular holding hands, which look like this. And they're able to hold on to the heat daggers that way as well. It's a really solid build, but there are some loose parts. What I've encountered with this kit, it seems like this part right here, the skull part on the antenna, comes off a lot. Just gonna leave that off for now. These little white pieces on the side, they are not that stable. They can come off easily, like so. Just gonna go ahead and just knock them off just so you can see how easily it does come off. And the knee area when posing, since it's not attached to anything really, sometimes it just slides off, like so. You see it's not really attached to anything, it just slides onto these yellow parts. And that's real finicky at times. If you glue the white pieces and the part to the antenna, you know, it works a lot better. But this is just out of box. Those are the problems. Some of the small pieces that tend to come off. Also, because of the way the arm's attached to the shoulder, you can't turn to the side too much, or they're going to come off like that. I guess that's why they give you that extra ability to turn the forearm. So you just got to be careful with that. And also, the Zam Buster can be difficult to hold because of the hands they give you. As you can see, the holding hands, when you put these onto the, when you actually put these on the hand, on the wrist, it's good. The gun is going to point outwards, you know. And I guess, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. I'll put a picture up. With that being said, I'm going to give the stability a 4.5. Now it's time to put in a final grade. With a 4.5 in appearance, a 5 in accessories, a 5 in articulation, and a 4.5 in stability, the Real Grade Crossbone X1 gets a score of a 95, which comes out to be an A. Although this kit didn't get much attention with the announcement of the new Gundam Real Grade not soon after its own announcement, it doesn't take away from how solid this kit feels. Like I said earlier, it feels like an action figure. There's a lot you can do with this kit with everything they give you. Even for my minor gripes, I thoroughly enjoyed the build and appreciate the amount of detail that went into such a small Real Grade. I do feel like Bandai is going to use this as a prototype for the other versions, which will possibly be P Bandai. This concludes the review. Thanks for watching, and I hope I was able to produce an in-depth review for all of you interested in this kit. See you next time, and build on.